Alright, so here's the summaries of other romance novels you can get if you just loved Captive Heart. They are a lot shorter than the porn ones, but just as effective in my humble opinion. The Best in Romance from Zebra Publishing. Tender Torment by Joyce Meyer. Wide-eyed Caitlin could no more resist the black-haired Quinn than he could ignore her bewitching beauty. Risking danger and defying convention, together they'd steal away to his isolated Canadian castle, There, by the magic of the northern lights, he would worship her luscious curves until she begged for more tantalizing, tender torment. Our second one, Sweet Fierce Fires, by Joyce Meyer. Though handsome Slade had a reputation as an arrogant pirate with the soul of a shark, sensuous Brigida was determined to tame him, knowing he longed to caress her luscious curves and silken thighs. She'd finally find a way to make him love her to madness, or he'd never have her at all. There's a lot of luscious curves and silken thighs coming up, so get ready. Desire's Blossom by Cassie Edwards. Lovely and innocent Letitia would never be a proper demure Chinese maiden. Oh God. From the moment she met the dashing, handsome American Timothy, her wide, honey-brown eyes filled with bold desires. Once she felt his burning kisses, she knew she'd gladly sail to the other side of the world to be in his arms. Letitia's a very Chinese name, isn't it? Alright. More from Cassie Edwards. Savage Innocence. Only moments before a gray wolf had saved her life. Now, in the heat of his embrace, he molded her to his body. There's no mention of who the woman is he's molding to her body. She was consumed by wild, forbidden ecstasy. She was his heart, his soul, and his woman from that rapturous moment. I can assume that the name Grey Wolf implies that this is a story about a Native American, and you know that's a disaster waiting to happen. Alright. Passion's Web. Again, by Cassie Edwards. Natalie's flesh was a treasure chest of endless pleasure. Bryce took the gift of her innocence and made no promise of forever. But once he molded her body to his, he was lost in the depths of her and her soul. But mostly her. Depending on how big his dick is, I guess. Savage Conquest. Oh, this is more best-selling romance by Janelle Taylor. So, Google her. Savage Conquest. Having heeded her passionate nature and stolen away to the rugged plains of South Dakota, oh boy, the Virginia Belle Miranda was captured there by a handsome, virile Indian. As her defenses melted with his burning kisses, she didn't know what to fear more, her fate at the hands of the masterful brave, or her own traitorous heart. There's only one type of Indian in North Dakota, right? Right? Jesus, do your research. First Love, Wild Love. Roused from slumber by the most wonderful sensations, Kalinda's pleasure turned to horror when she discovered that she was in a stranger's embrace. handsome cattle baron Lynx Cardone had assumed she was in his room for his enjoyment. Before Kalinda could help herself, his sensuous kisses held her under the spell of desire. Golden Torment. The instant Catherine saw Landis Jarrell, she didn't know what to fear more, the fierce, aggressive lumberjack, or the torrid emotions he ignited in her. She had traveled to the Alaskan wilderness to search for her father, but after one night of sensual pleasure, Landis vowed never to let her travel alone. Creepy. Love me with fury. The moment Captain Steele saw the golden-haired Alexandria swimming in the hidden pool, he vowed to have her. But she was outraged when he had intruded on her privacy. As she should, because that's creepy. But against her will. His tingling caresses and intoxicating kisses compelled her to give herself to the ruthless pirate, helplessly murmuring, "Love me with fury." And our last one, Tender Ecstasy. Bright Arrow is committed to kill every white he sees. I'm into this. until he sets his eyes on ravishing Rebecca, and fate demands that he capture her, torment her, and soar with her to the dizzying heights of tender ecstasy. So put that on your summer reading list, because I know I am.